Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have an exciting new release from Cjrb to share with you guys and gals today, and it is the Cjrb Feldspar button lock, and we're going to get right in here. Thank you to my channel members, thank you subscribers, and thank you patrons. You guys are all freaking amazing. I had so much fun on the live stream this past Friday, and I'm always looking forward to the next one. And I know this has been long awaited. We got a teaser a long time ago, and everyone's like, okay, when's it gonna come out? When's it gonna come out? And here it is. Let's put this troll candy over here. Here we go. You ready? Yes. Oh, mama. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Ooh, that is so nice. Nice and sleek looking. And this is, you know, if you've been around for a while with Beez Blades, you saw my other video on the Feldspar way back in the day. This is the Feldspar button lock, and it is very sleek. I got the one in black micarta. Give you a nice look at this micarta. You know, it feels pretty nice. Not too shabby. It does have some nice texture to it. Give you a little bit of texture vision. Would you look at it? Ooh, that's pretty good. And nice contoured scales. Oh, yes. So I'm already feeling an improvement over the regular Feldspar with these scales. And as always, we're going to check out the fit, finish, action, ergos, and then we're going to disassemble it. So if you want to see what the inside of this button lock looks like, stick around. Are you ready? Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh, it is smooth. I'm telling you right now, it is smooth. Ooh, look at that. Very pointy. Very sharp and pointy. Well, we'll see if it's sharp here in just a minute. Wow, it is sleek. I gotta say, it is sleek. That pivot collar is sweet. Now, they do have other versions. Then this black micarta, you can get the DLC coated or the satin blade like this one. And then they also have black and red carbon fiber. And all throughout the carbon fiber, it has red, just hints of red. That one looks really sweet. I would like this one with a red pivot. That would look awesome. That would totally go with the channel colors. And here's this side. Wow, look at that. Now here's the only blade markings you have on this side. You have the serial number and then your AR RPM 9. Well, your model number, same thing. You know what I'm talking about. And then on this side, you have your Cjrb. Here's a look. While we're at it, let's check out the thumb studs. Nice looking thumb studs. Let's go ahead and get all nice and personal and just, ooh, very nice. Nice grind. Very nice. Your flat, it looks like it has a little bit different lift. I need to slow down. I'm getting too excited. You already know what happens when I get too excited. I start making up new words. Very nice looking blade. Let's go all the way down. Beautiful. That pivot collar just pops. And there's your button. Here's the inside. We're going to check all this stuff out. And you can see it's milled, but we'll see what it looks like here in just a second. And okay, nice. The liners are nested, but the inside of the micarta is not sharp, which is absolutely awesome. Cjrb, 10 points just for that. Just for that. Oh, nice. It's okay. All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And we have a reversible deep carry pocket clip. Oh, 10 more. Man, I'm just going to give points left and right here because look, we're recessed into the scales, no screws whatsoever, no mushrooms growing in the shade, and it's reversible. Oh my goodness, this is a win. And these are running, with my discount, they're like 54 bucks at White Mountain Knives. And I'll put links in the description to all my knives. There's a bunch of discount codes to a bunch of different places. Just check out the links below. And if you don't know how to, you can email me, beezblades@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to do it. And let's see, do we have any blade play? Actually we do. We have a little bit of blade play left and right, and up and down. I'm not really feeling anything up and down, but left and right, I am getting a little bit of wiggle. It might need tightened. We'll check that out here in just a minute. And the lockup's right there at about the 50% mark. And how about the button? That's pretty smooth. Oh, mama. That is it. Okay, so I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It almost sucks the blade down. Look at that. Almost. Depends on how you hold it. If you give it just a little bit, and here's something else. With a lot of the button locks I've been checking out, when you get to the bottom, the button locks the blade will bounce out sometimes. That's kind of annoying. This one, it's holding it in. How about, not too bad. Yeah, I could shake it out. It's not the strongest detent in the world, but that is definitely a big plus for me, that when I get it down to the bottom, and I really give it some gumption, it's not bouncing back out. I really appreciate that. Let's see how it goes in and out of my pocket. All right, so I have some thinner pants on today. It's going in and out very well. It's a nice deep carry. Now I want to check here. Let's see if it is a little loose or not. Okay, so I could give it some, and I'm not cranking it. So it's definitely, it tightened down. So let's see what happens now. Okay, that took care of it. So the pivot was a little loose. I tightened it. Now, did that do anything to the action? That's the question. No, I can tell it's a little tighter, but boy, it is snappy. I'm really enjoying that. And the button it does click. You can hear a tick, but it is not uncomfortable. It's easy to press. And I hear that's a good thing when you get a little bit of when you get that, but it's not difficult at all. So I like that tactile feel. Oh, this is a fidgeter. Can I reverse flick it? Yes. Oh, mama. Oh, how about left-handed? Oh, I missed it. And by the way, that is not a cut from a knife, just so you know. I always keep a Band-Aid handy. I put Band-Aids on everything. If you guys are on the live stream, you already know. We talked about it this past week. Can I reverse flick this left-handed? Oh, mama. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I'm enjoying this knife already. I like this one way better than the original Feldspar, and I'm going to do some size comparisons here in just a minute. But I do want to weigh this thing. Let's take a guess at the weight. All right, what do I think? Let's see. It's not too bad. It's pretty light. I'm going to around 3.5. I'm going to go at 3.6, and it is 3.5, 3.6. Oh, man, I freaking nailed it. You can't get much closer than that. The total length from tip to tip is 8.13 inches. You have a drop point blade with AR RPM 9 steel. You have a satin finish. Your total blade length is 3.44 inches, and your sharpened blade length is 3.25 inches. Your blade width is 1.04 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 126 thousandths of an inch. You're 19 thousandths of an inch behind the edge. You have a really nice looking black micarta, and your close length is 4.6 inches. Your handle width is 0.81 inches to 1.01 inches at the rear. Your close width is 1.23 inches. Handle thickness is 0.54 inches. It's a button lock, and it has a T8 and a pivot and T6 body screws. And not that it determines the worth of the blade or anything else for that matter, but let's see how sharp this knife is out of the box. Is it going to cut some paper? Ooh. Oh. Okay, I'm just letting you know. It is very clean. I mean, it is, oh mama. It is super, super, super clean. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Here's some quick size comparisons for you. Here's the Spyderco Delica 4 and the Spyderco Tenacious. You can see it's definitely a full-size knife. And we'll throw a couple more up here. How about the Petrified Fish PF818? And a lot of folks have this one, the Cjrb Brazen. I love this knife. And how about the ST110? If you like this style knife and this style blade, this is another really good budget option. And here's the KIZER T1. All of these knives that I'm putting up here right now, I absolutely love all of them. I love them. And the QSP Penguin. You got to have a penguin, you know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, let's check this. We always check this. Oh, man, that action. And the Penguin compared to the Feldspar. Feldspar is a little bit thicker. Now, this is the one a lot of you probably want to see. Here is the original Cjrb Feldspar. You guys were probably waiting on me to say it. The Feldspar. For some reason, I always say it like that. So they are, let's see, are they identical? And Bentley managed to get his hair on there. If you don't know who Bentley is, you always see him on the live stream. So looks like, okay. Look very similar. On this one, you have a really abrupt plunge grind. This one, the plunge is very subtle. And you can see you have plenty of room for sharpening right there. And we'll check out the ergos here in just a second. But I know a lot of you wanted to see what the Feldspar looks like compared to the button lock, and they are just right on it. But I do like how this one is a little more subtle, whereas this one has that pow and then right there. This one does not. It gives it a little more clean look. And do we have any other comparisons here to note? They look about the same thickness. Do we have the same clip? Looks like our clip is pretty much the same. The clip on this one looks a little, it is thinner. Okay. So the clip on the new one is a little thinner. It's thinner. What movie is that from? And you have a nice big old lanyard hole going on right there. How about the ergos? My hand from here to here is 4 inches, from here to here is 3.5, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And how does she feel? Oh man, it's comfortable. It is very comfortable. So when I'm giving it the old bee squeeze, what am I feeling? I can feel it right here, like normal, just like I would expect. It's comfortable. Right back here, it's a little 90 degree-ish, just a little bit. I wouldn't mind, you know, it has nice contoured scales. I wouldn't mind if this edge right here was just a little softer, because that's what you can always feel when you're giving it, you know, when you're really pushing, giving it the heavy push. But yeah, it feels pretty good. There's your classic grip. And you know the size of my hand, so if your hand's bigger than mine, you have plenty of room, unless you have 6 fingers. If you have the hands the size of mine and an extra finger, you're still good. I like it. Utility cuts, all of that is good. I mean, there's a million videos out there on the Feldspar, but this button, the blade is just rolling. I can feel it rolling back and forth on the bearings. I'm curious if they're ceramic or they're steel. We're going to see, because we're going to take it apart here in just a minute. And how's the action? Look at this. Absolutely awesome. I tell you what, let's go ahead and take this apart. First, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss what's coming up on Beez Blades. Now let's go to the table. And here we are at the table, just like that. Isn't that amazing? So I have a T8 bit right here, and I'll need a T6. Get you one of these Weehaw bit sets. You already know the drill if you're a Beez Blader, and this doubles, so in case you need another driver, you're set. Did I get a T6 out? No. I'm always excited to tell people about these. And if you don't, and I have links to everything you see in the video. And if you don't want to use my links, that's fine. Make sure you get the correct set though, or you'll have to send them back. Just saying. Now, normally I go from the clip side, but in this case, this is the side that loosened up. So I'm going to go from this side, and that came apart very nice and easy. It's nice and clean. I'm going to keep my, stuff where I know where it is. All right, I'm going to release the tension on that, and we'll get right in here. Let's see if this is one that's going to give you guys more entertainment and me more frustration, or if it's going to be an easy disassemble. You never know until you start. So it does have a little bit of thread locker on there. So it's a good idea to use thread locker if you don't check your screws all the time. So I have to remember that this has a spring behind it. I don't want it to go flying when I take it out. All right, so that's what we look like right now, and the blade is probably what's holding that in. So let's see here. What is holding everything in place? It's feeling very loose. So that's new. All right, so let's pop this off. I don't think the spring's going to go flying on me. Very nice. Okay, very nice. So there's your spring. Is this dude, tell me, what? Oh, okay, very tight tolerances. That was kind of helpful, and it is oiled, so that might be why it was a little sticky, you know, give it a little click, but that's not a bad thing. And I do have some dry lube that I'm going to try on this. Not this time. I'm going to see how I'm just taking it apart regular. Now here's what it looks like on the inside. Look at all those bearings. I love the bearings. And there's our screw, not our screw, our spring. We don't want to lose our spring. So I'm going to take the blade off, and I'm going to get this spring, and I'm going to put it up here where it's nice and safe. Because you guys always keep track of when I lose stuff during the disassemblies. So very nice. Let's see what this side looks like. So there's a lot of stuff in there. I have the feeling this is going to be even smoother, because it looks like there's a lot of stuff to clean out. Where did my bearing go? Did I just throw it? Oh, it went all the way over here. What the heck? All right, so there's that one. And we'll get this one off. We'll take our pivot out and take a look at the pivot. Here's your pivot, and it is D-shaped. Win. All right, so there's a lot of things. It's checking a lot of boxes. See how it's D-shaped to keep it from spinning? There you go. Now you can see it. This is checking a lot of boxes for me. I like the contoured scales. I like how smooth it is. What were the other boxes? I realized them when I first got it out. Now, look how much cleaner this is after I wiped it off. This rag, I just have some, what do you call it, rubbing alcohol on it. Very nice looking bearings. And those are going to be ceramic. Very, very nice. So we'll just get this bad boy all nice and cleaned up. And look at all that stuff in there. Let's see what that looks like. So here you see the rag now. Let's see what it looks like after we do this business. Yeah, we got some stuff. We got some gunk out. I'm going to get in there and get you some doodads. I love these doodads. I have a link in the description where you can go get a bunch of these at a really good price. I mean, a really good price, like hundreds of them. And they are very, very good for getting in the little nitty gritty, getting in the nitty gritty, cleaning your knife. And the reason you use the alcohol is because it'll dry off real easy. It'll dry off quickly. And got everything cleaned up. This is clean. Now see that little ring? That will probably get just better with time. That's just where the bearings are making a path in that coating. So that's pretty cool. So it's, wow, that's simple. There's your knife taken apart just like that. So let's reassemble this bad boy. Man, that's very nice. Very, very nice. You know, I always, I never know with a button lock what's going to happen. So I'm going to get some KPL knife pivot lube, get you some of this stuff. This is the KPL original, and then the next one I'm going to use, actually I'm not going to be using KPL heavy on this one, but I like using these for a little bit of control, a little bit of portion control. But I have a 10% off discount to KPL knife pivot lube, and the discounts are growing, which is a good thing. I also have a discount to O knife. A couple of the O knives, that's down in the description. Now what we're going to do before I get to talking too much, let's see where our D-shaped pivot is going to meet. So it's not going to meet over here. What is that D-shape meeting that's going to stop it? So that's a little rough looking in there. That is not D-shaped. You can see that's the micarta, which I don't mind. This is a really nice micarta, but that D-shape pivot is not. It's not, I don't see what's stopping it yet. We'll investigate here in just a second. We'll see if there's anything stopping it. But right now, I'm not seeing a D-shaped anything. So we're just going to stick it in there. Just stick it in. Whoa. Well, that was fun. All right, let's put this dude on here. And then put a little more KPL up there. Doesn't need a whole lot. There we go. So I appreciate all of you. We have so much fun at the live streams. It's just like family. It's so much fun. I always mention that during disassemblies. This disassembly, I'm attempting to not try to talk too much, to focus more on the disassembly, because here's your stop pin right here. You can see when the blade goes around, comes back up. Right when it comes down here, it's going to stop. It's going to stop on your lock. But when it comes back up, it's going to stop on your stop pin. All right, so let's get our screw dad. I'm just going to set the screw in here. Right in there where it goes. We'll just set it there for now. Let's move this dude over. There we go. Got him in his place. And just checking. Did I put... No, I don't think I did. See? Oh, boy, I bet... Now, that is fun. I do really appreciate it. If you're newer to the channel... One of the big things you can do to support the channel is make comments on every video. Say something down in the comment section. And usually someone will say, oh, I was yelling at the screen. You forgot that. You forgot this. And then hopefully I go back and don't forget it. All right, getting this all back together. So far, so good. Does that mean this spring is going to go flying for me and I'm going to have to go searching for it here in a second? I hope not. It'd be nice if I didn't have to. So let's see. Let's see if we can put our, let's close it so we have access. And there's our spring in there. I'm trying to remember how I did it the first time. Come on now. Now see, my spring jumped on me. You gotta be careful. All right, so I was struggle busting there, so I had to make sure to figure out how to do this correctly so you guys could see. I have the screw in here, and I'm going to just put it inside where it goes and line it up. Hopefully you can see this. Probably not, but I'm going to line it up. The problem I'm having is I can't see because of the lighting. Okay, so I have the screw, or I have the I have the button lock in there. Now I'm going to put the blade in here and line the blade up with that little notch. and now the blade is holding the button where it's supposed to be. So that was fun and difficult at the same time. So make sure that's the most important part, I believe, to getting back together properly, is to have the blade holding the button like it's supposed to be held. And the rest of it is all popping back on like it's supposed to. And this, I think, is going to pop into place. Yes, you hear those nice clicks? I like those nice clicks. And now our button's working. Yeah, let's put the pivot back in here. So I always, not always, but I like to share when I have some foibles or mess ups. That way, if you get one of these and you go to take it apart, you can say, oh, wait a minute, don't do that. Beez did that. So I've got that screw in there. We'll put these little body screws in. So it doesn't have a lot of screws to take apart to get it back together. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. Let's just put this dude back in here. I'm not tightening it all the way down until I make sure that we're lined up very nicely. Put this dude back in. I'm not putting any thread locker in. That's because I check my screws all the time. So let's see. Oh, it's smooth. And are we centered? We are dead centered. Are we tight? Yeah. You know what? A little adjustment and I think we're good to go. Just like that. Let's go back to the big screen. And we're back. So what do I think about this knife? I think this thing is absolutely, for 54 bucks, worth every freaking penny. AR RPM 9 steel. It's a fidget. I mean, you could fidget with this thing for days. It has good ergos, no hot spots to speak of, a little bit of warm spot back here in the back, but the deep carry pocket clip is sticking out far enough back here where it doesn't bother my hand, so it's not messing with my grip. It's a great price, great feel. It has a very nice feel to the micarta. But I'm curious what you all think about it, especially for the price point. And, you know, it wasn't that difficult to take apart. It took me a second to figure out how to get that button back in there. But now that I know, and now that you know, it'll be easy for all of you. But reverse flicking is great. The action is superb on this thing. I like it. It's a great solid knife. It has the feel of the other Feldspar. It feels more premium. But even if you don't have a comment about the knife, just say hello. Tell me what you had for breakfast. Be a part of the Beez Blades community. And until I talk to you again or see you in the chats, make sure to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.